Hello everyone. We're going to take a break from the storm at hand that's going to be moving through on Wednesday, since it looks like it's going to disappoint me and go north. But I'm going to talk about another threat for early next week. And again, it's 8 days out, but both models are showing it, so I think it's noteworthy of talking about. So here's what's going to happen. On Thursday, here's your storm. That's going to bring, really heavy snow to central and northern New England, and rain and snow mixed to southern New England, portions of the Mid-Atlantic, and then rain areas on south. This is going to move off the coast. So there it is on your map. And pretty strong, regardless. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to zoom in. Perhaps not that much. So, irregardless, there's your storm that's moving off the coast. And here it is on the wind map, really strong. So then what's going to happen is, as you move through here, hold on, this is where we were, and let's continue moving through. So now we're on Friday. This piece of energy has another area of low pressure associated with it. That is right there. And this also has a cold front associated with it, draping down. So what's going to happen is this is going to move northeast, and it's going to drape a cold front across the area for the weekend. It's not going to be an incredibly big shot of Arctic air, but it is going to be a little bit colder, nonetheless. So then, here it is. We went from this to that. So there it goes. It's moving to the northeast. And that's going to drag a cold front through. I still think you're not going to be too cold for later in the weekend. But then what's going to happen is you have this piece of energy here. What this is going to do is, according to the European model, which we're looking at right now, a portion of this is going to move south and pretty much just explode. So let's watch here. See? There it goes. It comes south. Okay, look, it's in the perfect area. Okay? If you want a big snowstorm along the East Coast, look, you have to form the storm in the Gulf. Okay, perhaps this could be a little bit further south. That's what I'd like to see, but again, look at how close it is. So this is further south than the storm that's coming this week. This is quite further south. Okay, so that's where we want it to be. And you can already see your storm starting to form there. This is Saturday night into early Sunday. Okay, and I have to go to the next mile run here. So we were here. There's your piece of energy. And there's your storm. The L is not there yet, but trust me, it's there. Okay, so now what's going to happen is, as we move forward, look at that. It moves further south, and it rapidly intensifies over the area here, because look, it's tilted in a way such that it will be taking in a lot of Gulf moisture. Right? Alright, now, at the same time, hold on, I'm trying to figure this out here. That storm that brought in the cold front for this weekend is going to be somewhere up here. I believe this is it right here. But there's also an area of high pressure over here. So I'm trying to figure that out. Give me a second. Yeah, this is actually an area of high pressure over here. Okay, so what's going to happen is, on Monday, your storm from this weekend is up here. It's rotating around. It's pretty strong. It's going to be rotating Arctic air down. And guess what? You have an area of high pressure right here that's going to be helping it funnel down. So, again, you get another shot of Arctic air on Monday into Tuesday. So you can more clearly see it. That's the area of high pressure right there. Look at the wind pattern. It's going to be funneling Arctic air down south. And you have this storm down here that's trying to come up the coast. Alright? So then, if you look here, zoom in a little bit. Here's your storm. You're down, I'd say, about 996 for millibars, your central pressure right there. And now look what the European does. It's all the way down here. Where does it go? It goes up the coast. Look at that. Look at that. We're down to 988. So we went from that to that. 988. Look at that. And look at this track. It comes from here right up the coast. If you want an East Coast snowstorm, you can't ask for a better track than that. And plus you have high pressure around here that's going to be funneling in Arctic air. Now, again, I'm a little concerned that this might turn out to be something like this week's storm, but again, we're 8 days out, so there's no telling what can happen. But it looks like the surge of Arctic air will come in just in time, I think. So if this slows down a little bit, like this is the current track on Monday night. If this comes up the way the European says it does, I think you're going to start out as a rain and snow mix or a rain, and then go over to heavy snow Monday night for most of this area. So I still think this is another threat that you need to be watching. So you're going to watch this threat here, because this could be whether it's rain or snow, it could be a big storm. And I think with that surge of Arctic air coming in, because there's going to be another one, don't think it's going to be that strong, but I think it'll be coming in early enough where there will definitely be some sort of a storm, maybe snow, along the area here. And then if you look to your west, you have another system coming through. And what the European does with that is it moves it east-northeast. Now, I'm not sure what the temperature is going to be around here, but again, I think you have two threats to watch for next week for types of storms. You have this threat, and if this comes through and Arctic air comes in, you could be talking about a snowstorm for New England and portions of the Mid-Atlantic. Then you have this threat over here, and it moves east. Now, I don't know what this is going to be yet, because I haven't really looked at temperature maps for this yet, but I did look at the temperature maps for this one, and I'll show you them now. This is from the GFS, though. Okay. This is, I believe, hold on, let's go back here. So this is on Sunday. So again, you're not really that cold right now, but then look what happens. Throughout Sunday and into Monday, you're still not that cold, but then look what happens. This is early on Monday. This is going to try to come south. Sorry, we were right there. Okay, now, there it goes. You're still warm Monday evening, and then you're cold by Tuesday morning. See that? This entire area inside this pink line is below freezing. And you have the storm that's going to try to come up the coast. Okay? So, again, there's a chance that it could be cold enough for snow. Alright, so this is from the GFS, though. And the GFS has the storm coming closer, but look what the GFS does. This is really cool. So here's your American model. So we're just going to go straight to it. I believe it's around here. Okay, so you have, let's go back. Is this the right model run? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Look how similar this looks to this week's storm. For this week's storm, we had a piece of energy coming down from the north. However, what this is going to do, this is the American model, it's going to dig further south. So watch this. Look, it digs further south. Okay? And then what's going to happen is you have this big piece of energy here, and it's going to combine with that. That's what the American model is showing. So we were here. We are here. Now watch what happens. Bam. There's energy being transferred along this entire area here. And look, this is a really strong disturbance. Really strong. So what the GFS is showing me is you have an area of low pressure up here. So you have an area of precipitation associated with that. That would most likely not be snow, because it's gonna be warm first. Okay? But then if you go to the 384 here. So there it is. You still have the southern part of this over the Gulf, and what's that going to tell you? It's going to form a storm. Actually, the GFS, the American model, has the storm forming a little farther north. I still think there's room for it to form down here, but the American model has it forming right off the Delmarva, actually. So watch. It's going to form right there. Now watch this. Bam. Look at that. 996. And look at the tilt. It's negative, so it'll be taking in moisture from the Atlantic as well, and probably from the Gulf at the exact same time. Look at your precipitation map. Look at that. That's very heavy precipitation in this area here. right? Now, the thing I'm worried about here, again, you're going to have, hold on. You have high pressure over here, and that's going to move east and translate Arctic air down. Then your storm forms over the Delmarva, and then it moves kind of north and then back west. That's kind of weird, this track. But look at how many bars are around this. This is a very strong storm. I can't read how many millibars that is, but I think as we get up there, hold on. That's 968. So it strengthens from 996 down here to 968 up there. So this is going to be a rapidly intensifying storm. And it's different than the European solution. I like the European solution better because the European brings it forms down here and moves it up that way, while the GFS forms it over here and moves it up that way. Well, actually closer to the coast. The European takes it further south and east. But the thing I did notice about both the solutions is that both of them are further south and east than this week's storm. So, again, I think this is something you gotta watch for next. This threat would probably be anywhere from Sunday night into Tuesday, I would say, for the entire area here, Sunday night into Tuesday. Okay, so watch out here. That could be some sort of a snowstorm or a rainstorm. At least areas north and west, it would probably be a snowstorm, but and then areas here, if it comes close to the coast, it would be rain or rain and snow. But the European track, I think, would be favorable for a snowstorm across this entire area. And then, again, I was pointing out that second disturbance over here. There it is. And then it moves east. The GFS kind of weakens it, though, and doesn't really do anything with it. Here it is there. It goes right over Long Island. So that's something to also got to watch for Wednesday. So 2 threats next week. The main one, I think, is the St. Patrick's Day one. I think that has the potential to be a pretty big storm, maybe a winter storm, perhaps. Something to watch. Too early to tell. Models change, but when both models are showing something this far out, it's noteworthy of talking about. And I just want to check something here. If you go here, this is Wednesday. Alright, so let's see. This is Tuesday, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, and then Wednesday in the morning. To me, it looks like we're cold enough for snow if that other disturbance comes through and goes that way. I can't really tell. That might actually be more of a clipper system, to be perfectly honest. So Monday would be a coastal storm next week, and Wednesday would be some sort of a clipper system. Alright? So pay attention to the storm at hand, though, alright? But just a couple of threats to outline for next week. Thank you for watching.